Well, another one is off the board as Trevor Rosenthal has signed a 1-year, $11 million deal with the Oakland Athletics. This year, I'm going to talk about the Trevor Rosenthal signing, what it means for the Oakland A's. Looks like Rosenthal will be the A's new closer with Liam Hendriks going to the Chicago White Sox for a big deal he got earlier in the offseason. What it means for the Mets, because this is someone that was on their radar. He was big on my radar because I believe the team's biggest weakness right now is the bullpen, especially with the Seth Lugo injury. If you like this video going over the Trevor Rosenthal signing and what other moves the Mets can now consider now that Rosenthal is off the board, make sure to leave a like, comment down below. What are your thoughts on the Trevor Rosenthal signing, and what would you like to see the Mets do next for the bullpen? Because the problem is that with pitchers and catchers reporting and Rosenthal off the board, there really aren't that many relievers left. It's about a handful of guys. And if you're new here and you want to make my day, make sure to subscribe. It's been really tough for the Mets to capitalize off of this reliever market because all these guys, they want to close. Like, that is obviously a big deal for relievers. Mets really should have got Brad Hand, but the Nationals let him close. Liam Hendriks got a big-time payday. I would have liked to have gotten him, but obviously he's going to close with the White Sox. Alex Colomé, I wanted him, but it looks like he's going to have some part-time closing with the Minnesota Twins having the lefty Taylor Rogers. And now Rosenthal looks like he's going to do some closing in Oakland. Mark Melancon was a really nice cheap deal that the Padres were able to get him, but it looks like he's probably going to close there. And obviously the Mets are not willing to offer the close role because they have Mariano Diaz, so nobody else in this entire earth is allowed to close games besides him. So now it really limits your options. One guy that Anthony DeComo mentioned last night in his short video talking about, you know, all those storylines with the Mets yesterday was Jeremy Jeffress. Jeffress is definitely very consistent. I mean, he's literally in it. If you look at his career numbers, it's good year, bad year, good year, bad year. 2020 was a very good year for Jeffress, so looking at his historical trend, he's due for a bad year. And plenty of relievers are like that. Like, the same could happen for Rosenthal. In a full season, he can go back to 2019 Rosenthal other than 2020 Rosenthal. If the Mets were to sign Shane Green, I really wouldn't mind that at all. Green had a pretty good year with the Braves in 2020. Obviously, he's not as good as he used to be like when he was with Detroit. But regardless, with the Lugo injury, I feel like the Mets have to sign somebody decently good for the bullpen. Like, you could say, oh, well, you have Drew Smith. I've never liked Drew Smith that much. He's not good with runners on base, and he's coming off a major injury, so how do you know what kind of pitcher he's going to be like? Sam McWilliams, we have not seen him on the big league level. Like, I don't want to rely on all these guys that have never pitched on the big league level. I want guys that have been major league players that have gotten it done in the major leagues. That's just my philosophy. I mean, I just don't really trust minor league guys that are just all of a sudden going to come up to the big leagues and be able to be successful. The good news is that it looks like the Mets are pretty focused on trying to get Taijuan Walker. I swear, if they get outbid on Walker, I will be pretty angry because it's not so much Walker, but it's just like, how many more times are you going to get outbid? You know, because eventually it kind of gets ridiculous. You know, I'd be perfectly fine having Walker as the number 5 pitcher over Joey Lucchesi. I mean, I feel like Walker, when he's healthy, has put up a better ERA than Lucchesi, so I feel like he has a better chance of being a reliable starting pitcher. Regardless, the bullpen still is a bigger priority than the rotation. You obviously are putting so much trust in Edwin Diaz to be 2020 Diaz, not 2019 Diaz. You know, it's not signing any of these closer type relievers and just saying, don't worry, we have Mariano Diaz and he's going to be really good. We have to hope that Trevor May is good in New York compared to being in Minnesota. And who knows what in the world you're going to get out of Betances, Familia, and such. You know, you brought on Aaron Loop. We'll see what he does. You got rid of Brad Brock. Some people may think that's a good thing. Gazelman, he still might have a role in this team. We don't know. Miguel Castro, what do you have in him? So there's just so many question marks in this Mets bullpen right now that I would just like to see them sign somebody that's been pretty good at a major league level. And again, the options are very limited. It's come down to Jeremy Jeffress or Shane Green. Yes, you could take a flyer on David Robertson, but he's older and coming off of some injuries. So that would definitely be a risk as well. And the bullpen in general is just a risky proposition. The Athletics took a nice risk with Rosenthal because they needed a closer. They got one. It's only 1 year. See if you get the 2020 Rosenthal again. If you do, then he's worth a big-time payday, which maybe the Mets be interested next year. I doubt it. Also tonight, don't forget, every Thursday, me, Mets fan only, Mets fan from YouTube, Jolly Olive, Tony Metro, Stargrave Sports, iTalk Studios, and others will have another live stream, our Mets Weekly. Be sure to check that out on Mets Fans Only channel tonight. And until the next one, be safe, be smart, be healthy, and let's go Mets, sign some players.